Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, DJMO Fishing. Today we're gonna be making our own jigs. And I'll be showing you step by step how you can make your own jigs, save some money, and make sure the jigs you're using are high quality. So we're gonna be going through all the steps and all the things you need to accomplish that. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna split this video into two different things. First, actually making the jig, and the second part is gonna be painting the jig and make sure that it's nice and finished product that you can use to go catch some fish. So first I'm going to show you all the things you're going to need to actually make the jigs. Okay, these are the things you need to make these jigs. You're going to need something to actually melt your lead, and this is a small furnace I got on Amazon. They go from like 85 bucks to 100 bucks. This is really nice because you can actually control how much lead you feed into your mold here. Next thing I need is the mold itself. You guys can see this mold right here. It's a production mold. All of these are 1/8 ounce. There's some other molds that got different sizes, but this one is the one I use the most, especially for like wide bass fishing. So I decided to go with this mold here. You can go with any mold you want. If you have any lead left, I'm gonna be using this mold here. This is a bank sinker mold. I used this mold on one of my videos on how to make your own lead sinkers. From tire weights, and if you haven't watched that, you want to learn how to make your own lead sinkers, well, go ahead and watch it. It's on the channel. The next thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need some hooks here. So all of these pack right here with different size hooks here. So the hooks that you need, they have to have that 90-degree bend on them, so you can actually build a jig right here. So these are the ones we're gonna be using. I ordered this on Amazon as well. And obviously you're gonna need the lead. This lead I have left over from when I make the sinkers. So I actually just put it on a cooking pan, like a muffin pan, and I made these nuggets of lead. We're gonna remelt them today, and we're gonna be making the jigs. You can use any other sinkers that you don't use, like this big old egg sinker. I can melt it as well. This is the lead that came with the furnace. I think this is lead. Oh no, it's not lead. It's a piece on it. Whoa, I thought it was lead, but never mind. As you can see, I just got this. I haven't actually used it, but I like it because you can actually put the lead from the bottom here and keep your lead warm, and just keep adding lead into your holes here. So that's why I actually got this, so I'll be able to do a bunch of jigs really fast here. So that's all you need, guys, to make the actual jigs, and then I'm going to show you what you need to actually finish them off. But let's get started. I'm gonna put some lead in here and start melting the lead. All right, guys, so you can see, put some lead in there. So I'm gonna wait until it actually melts down. Make sure you do this on a really good ventilated area, or you can put a fan if you want to keep all the fumes away from you. You don't want to be smelling this stuff. And you can use gloves as well if you don't want to be touching this stuff. So I'm gonna let it melt right now. See how long it's gonna take for it to melt. This is how it's supposed to look. You're gonna put your hook on the mold just like that. It's kind of hard to see. See, and put your hook right there, and it should fit perfectly if it's the right size. This is smoking a lot. That's normal, guys. So just make sure, like I said, keep it ventilated. And we're not gonna prepare the mold yet with the hooks because we need to actually heat this up, and that's another step you gotta keep in mind. So we're gonna let our lead to melt down, and then we're gonna come back, probably pour some lead on here to heat up the mold. You want to make sure the mold is heat up so you don't have any bubbles on the jigs whenever you actually put the hooks on there. All right, guys, so you guys can see the lead is almost there. It's been around 20 minutes. I got my setting on high. We got a mold here, so we're gonna just set it up here. That's gonna help it to warm the mold up a little bit. Then we're gonna be doing a pour without the hooks, just to make sure the cavities get warm as well. And after that, we'll be ready to start pouring our jigs. All right, guys, just making sure all the lead is melted, which it is. I'm using just a kitchen butter knife here. Obviously, I'm not gonna reuse this one. I'm gonna keep it for my jigs here. One thing I wanna say, guys, make sure you wear gloves and long sleeve, because you don't want any of the lead to land on your skin. Also wear eye protection, and like I said, make sure you're doing it in a ventilated area. All right, guys, so go ahead and pour. some of this lead into the mold. Like I said, that's gonna be to warm up the mold. So we're gonna hit all the cavities. There we go. Now I don't have the hooks in there. That's just to warm up the mold. See what we got here. That's what it looks like right there. Now this is going back into the pot. All of these are going back into the pot. Now we're gonna go ahead and set up the hooks. We can make 7 jigs. It should be pretty easy. Now what I realize is this little furnace I got actually makes a whole difference, because melting that lead was not, it was so easy. It was so easy. And then be able to actually put the lead into the mold is super easy. That'll definitely save you some time. So I did not have this furnace when I made my bank sinkers, and I regret not buying it earlier, guys. So we got our hooks right there. As you can see, we got our 7 hooks. Now we're gonna make sure the mold closes while we keep our hooks in place. All right, and now we're ready to start pouring again. Okay, that's good. We got good flow. We'll start pouring. Kind of have to be quick, but we got all the jigs filled up just like that. It's that quick, guys. Any of this stuff that lands on the over here, you can always just take it off and drop it back up on top so it remelts. We got 7 jigs. Let's open it up and see what we got here. Here we go, guys. Brand new jig. Nice and shiny right there. So you guys see the excess of the jig right there. You can cut that off. I like to actually grab it and just go back and forth. It comes right off. See? And this goes back into the pot. Here you go, guys. Look at this. Look at that, guys. Nice brand new jigs. 8-ounce jigs with really good hooks. That's the cool part about it. You can use the hooks you want to use on these. Obviously they have to fit the mold, but you can get really good hooks. Okay, they look really, really nice, guys. And that's all there is to about making the jigs. Now I'm gonna show you how to actually finish them off. Alright guys, so we finished making our jigs. Now we're gonna go to the second part of the process, is actually painting the jigs and curing them to have a final product. This is the things you're gonna need for that. Alright guys, so this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need obviously the jigs you made. You're also gonna need a heat gun. This is to warm up the jigs. You're gonna need the paint. This is Protect powder paint. We got black and we also got pink one. These go for like 10 bucks a jar on Amazon. You can get a bunch of different colors. I like my jigs for white bass on pink, and I also like to have the black as an option. So we're gonna be using both of these. You're also gonna need one of these. This is just an old little oven, and this is gonna be to cure our jigs. Okay, this is the old oven that I had at the house. I don't really use it as much in the house, so we're gonna use it to cure our jigs. So we got all the jigs here, you guys can see, and we're gonna start painting them. All right, guys, so before we start painting these jigs, you want to grab your powder paint and shake it really well. You want to put some air in there because it's been sitting for a long time and it packs down and it makes it harder to actually paint the jigs. So you want to shake your container, put as much air as you can. They sell these little things that put air into the paint, but you don't really need that. If you shake it really well, you should be fine. So let's start painting these things. All right, guys, so I'm gonna grab my pliers just to hold the jig better, just like that. I'm gonna heat it up for probably like 10 to 15 seconds. Alright, now we're gonna dip it into our paint. There you go. That's the final product right there. Alright, guys, so sometimes the eye of the jig will get covered with paint. Okay, so when you dip it, you might have a little excess paint on the eye right here. So I like to use one of these little wires and just go into it right after I dip it to make sure the eye is open. You can also get a piece of heat wrap and put it on the eye right here, and that will protect it from getting paint on it. That works really well. I don't have the right size of heat wrap today. That's why I'm doing this, just going with little wire, make sure the eye is open, and actually comes out really nice and smooth. So that's something that you want to be aware of, because if not, then you're going to have a hard paint all over the eye. You won't be able to use your jig. So here we go, let's keep going. Alright, guys, so we got our jigs painted. I did some of them black, most of them I went with the pink. That's the color I used the most, but definitely it's good to have the black option. I'm probably gonna be buying a few more colors to do different color jigs, maybe like a pumpkin green. So now we have it in the rack here on the oven. All we have to do is cure them, and to do so make sure they're not touching. That's important, guys. Those two were touching. So I'm gonna push my rack in. There we go. Now we're gonna just turn the oven on 350 here for 20 minutes. So we'll do 20 minutes, 350 degrees, and that should cure our jigs. We're gonna come back and check them when they're done. So they're cooled off already. As you guys can see, you're gonna pull them out. They're all ready. nice jigs, painted jigs. You see the pink ones. That one got a little thing going on the side, so it's not a perfect job, but like I said, the more you do this, the better your jigs are gonna come out. So these are ready to be fished. Look at these jigs, guys. Really good hooks, really nice bright pink, beautiful jigs. So I'm gonna take them all out, and we're definitely gonna be using this on the white bass run that's coming up. So there you go, guys. You got a bunch of new jigs. Okay guys, that's how you can make your own jigs. As you guys see, you end up with a decent quality product. You can always perfect the process. The more you do it, the better you get at it. Believe me, I've done it a couple times and I feel like I learned something new every time I do it. With that said, guys, if you learned something on this video, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. If you enjoyed that video, guys, I got more videos of fishing related DIYs that you can watch. So check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.